Closer to home now, hundreds of nurses will be hitting the sidewalks of Aspirus St. Luke's and Essentia today to hold informational pickets to share concerns about staffing measures as contract negotiations continue. Now, joining us live from Aspirus St. Luke's Hospital this morning is Northern News Now's Hannah Morgan. Hannah, what can we expect today?
Hey Natalie, good morning. So I'm here outside of Aspirus St. Luke's, where in just a few hours we expect hundreds of nurses to gather to picket and hold press conferences. But it's not only happening here, but also at Essentia Health. And today nurses will be picketing to demand action on what they are calling a staffing crisis as they continue their contract negotiations with both the hospital systems, a push by the Minnesota Nurses Association for years now. And as we previously reported, more than 2,000 contracts for nurses in the Northland will expire at the end of this month on June 30th. Healthcare professionals are calling for staffing that improves care quality, reduces injuries and violence in the workplace, and keeps experienced nurses on the job.
We've been looking at staffing shortages. We've been facing an inverted population pyramid for a long time. I think it really made healthcare workers realize that they needed to draw a line.
And back in 2022 was the last time Twin Ports nurses were negotiating contracts. And during those negotiations a few years ago, nurses went on a 3-day strike before eventually reaching a deal. And yesterday, Aspirus St. Luke's issued a statement saying despite the bargaining for 6 weeks, MNA leadership has yet to share their full economic proposal. And without it, talks cannot move forward. And the first picket and press conference will be held at Aspirus St. Luke's this morning at 9:30. And the second will be at Essentia Health this afternoon at 4 p.m. And we will be covering both of these, and we will continue to bring you the latest on these negotiations. In Duluth, I'm Hannah Morgan, Northern News Now.
Thank you, Hannah. Meanwhile, Essentia Health and the Minnesota Nurses Association filed unfair labor practice charges against each other. The group says this is the first charge filed by the MNA for the Essentia nurses contract. The MNA claims Essentia refuses to recognize and negotiate with their East Market Advanced Practice providers who joined the union last July. However, Essentia Health says they have not received the formal charge from the MNA. Instead, the hospital says they filed their own unfair labor practice charge against MNA earlier this week, outlining the MNA's refusal to bargain in good faith. In a statement to Northern News Now, Essentia says they are focused on ensuring continued access to the highest quality patient-centered care. They have repeatedly urged the MNA to join them at the bargaining table.